13 changes to his starting 15, but they're strong as ever again.
Well, they certainly are, Sean. Good evening. Yes, Gilman and Finlay Beelum up front with Luke Cowan-Dickey. 3 different nationalities, but quality across the front row. There are changes in the back 5 of the forward pack, Scott. Cummings comes in to replace the injured Henry Pollock, which means Ty Burnett slid from the row into the back row alongside Josh van der Fleer, and Ben Earl is at number 8. Those changes are there, but still impressive. Alex Mitchell and Finn Smith get a chance to combine at 9 and 10. Blair Kinghorn and Hugo Keenan make their debuts in the back 3 alongside Mac Hansen, with Sione Tuipulotu and Hugh Jones in an all-Scotland midfield.
And what about the experience that coach Andy Farrell can lean on off the bench? Sheehan, Genge and Furlong. McCarthy was outstanding. Man of the match 7 days back over in Perth against the Western Force. And with those changes up front, Van der Merwe comes on to the bench in jersey number 20. So that's how the British and Irish Lions look tonight in Sydney. Their opponents, the home side, the New South Wales Waratahs. Justin Harrison.
Thank you, Sean. So much of this is about passion, and we'll see it in this forward pack. Tom Lambert, Ethan Dobbins and Taniela Tupou gets to show us what it means to wear a Waratahs jersey and get into this Wallaby outfit. Fergus Lee Warner and Miles Amatosero get to put themselves around. So important, the second row supply chain of possession. Rob Leota, Charlie Gamble in the ground warfare, and Hugh Sinclair as captain in his final game for the Waratahs. Tonight, it was bound to be emotional for him. Teddy Wilson and Jack Bowen get to show us what 9 and 10 combinations look like, that have spent a lot of their youth together, and now they're doing it in a Waratahs jersey. Joey Walton, Lolakai Feketi will be busy. The busiest on the park will be Lawson Crichton, Andrew Kellaway and Darby Lancaster. Back 3 will have an aerial assault coming at them from this British and Irish Lions team.
And they will be cheering from Lightning Ridge in the west of New South Wales if Jack Barrett, the 21-year-old, can get some game time tonight alongside Vailanu and Botha. Matt Phillip is a huge in for coach Dan McKellar with test match experience, and Henry O'Donnell has been a handful all Super Rugby Pacific season long. So that's how the Waratahs look up against a British and Irish Lions team that has run up consecutive games where they put more than 50 on the board. We were looking for a crowd record tonight at Allianz. We're looking to go past 41,906. That's the magic number, Morgs. Are we going to hit it?
Well, the members, they were lined up, some of them from midday, to get their spots. I think there's a decent chance for the 42,000 that are here. Can the Waratahs turn the improbable into an immortality, really, of result, Justin Harrison?
Yeah, so much of this walk is about taking it in but not being distracted. So many times you hear players on big occasions reminding you to take it all in. It'll pass you by so quickly. This British and Irish Lions team taking the field, a lot of them a new experience for them as well. They're all desperate to get in that test team. They've got to get past Hugh Sinclair and his Waratah men first.
You just feel like we've been building to this moment across the last 7 days. The tour really ramping up with momentum, and listen to the Lions fans here in Sydney.
Past, present and future of this great game joined together. 6-year-old rugby union players welcome on the Lions and the Waratahs. One of them, Charlie Dryland, the grandson of Mark Harthill, who played against the Lions in all 3 tests in '89. And a guy who shares his position, Taniela Tupou. Such an important night in his career. Can he show that he should play the Lions again in a couple of weeks' time in Wallaby Gold? Can he get set-piece dominance or parity for this Waratahs team and allow them to inject themselves into this match?
We know that man's a huge Taniela Tupou presence. So is this bloke, Mac Hansen, 14, opposite ends of the field. Made his Super Rugby debut against the Waratahs in 2019. He gets to add to his 100 minutes played and 2 caps for the British and Irish Lions so far. He might have a tattoo of Owen Farrell on his body. He's going to have to do more than that to put his hand up for this Test jersey, get his hands on the ball, be active and put that white headgear in places that are going to get dark tonight. This Waratahs team looks motivated and focused.
Paul Williams, the man in charge, assisted by Dolman, maybe, and Richard Kelly upstairs in the TMO role. It's a sellout in Sydney. It's one of the most anticipated games we've had at this ground in some time. It's about to go off. It's the British and Irish Lions up against the New South Wales Waratahs. We're on as the kickoff lands right on the Tars 22. Dug out by Wilson. Happy to fire it away there in the direction of Lambert. I'll just slow it up and then lean on the boot of Wilson, who will be happy to find touch here and does. And they catch the sideline right in front of Michael Hooper and Matt Burke.
How about that kickoff? The noise around the stadium, the roar. What a great position to be in for these players. And good exit, good start there by Lawson Crichton, taking that kickoff under a lot of pressure.
Dickey gets it to the middle, nice throw. Mitchell sends it wide. Smith challenges the line and then lays it off flat where they were waiting for Van der Fleer. Mitchell out again, good hands, freeing up some space through that centre corridor. Mitchell back short side. Taken on by Earl. Mitchell. Smith deep and out with the ball. Away in the building the phases here nicely, the Lions. Smith, a little stop and go, got away from Dobbins. That's Beelam. Mitchell. Tuipulotu. Oh, went with a no-look ball. That was golfed up on the outside. And here come the Tars. Lancaster gets it away. It's intercepted as the Lions swept back. Promising stuff there, though, from Lancaster. That would have been some kind of start for New South Wales. Mitchell rushes. The kick to touch, and that's one way to bring your home crowd
have to really
into the
repeat
picture.
those comms, guys.
Oh, it's a brilliant
Really
start from the Waratahs. First defensively, coped very well with an ambitious Lions attacking foray. And Matt Hansen does well, Justin Harrison, to get to Derby Lancaster.
Does well. Pace of this game is through the roof. Both teams are here to play.
Hold out.
Dobbins goes to the back, down it comes. Wilson. Oh, not straight to the call.
Not straight, guys.
And we'll have a line scrum.
Two players go up. It's caught on the outside. Not straight. Scrum here. You got options, guys. Scrum or line out.
That's an early marker from Paul Williams. Yeah, look. That's fair. Outside shoulder.
Mark out. Space and
Now
balance.
we get to see
Space and balance. There
what
we go.
Taniela Tupou had for breakfast. If it was the right thing or not. So many of us desperate to see this big man reach his potential. This is his sweet spot, tight head. He's going to want to attack and stay straight and disciplined. Don't let Paul Williams penalise him out of the game.
Crouch. Mine. Set.
Mitchell feeds it. Earl has it at the back. It pops up at the front, and we will go again.
You're up first. No one clearly going forward. We're up. Easy. Hey, guys, just take a step over to me, eh?
Taniela gets a good position here
Here we
early
go.
on
Here's our
Scoobin.
mark.
See the pressure. He fights hard to stay in under. Pops Cowan Dickey
Staying
out.
down, push through.
Tighthead wants to go in, angle in. So tempting. He can't go too early.
Crouch. Boy. Set. Keep it up.
Yeah, his first engagement was much more positive.
Good chase from the Waratahs defence. Hanson looms up. Lost though by the Lions. Back with the Tars.
By Red.
Back with the Lions, and now we'll have a Waratahs scrum fit.
There's plenty of ball movement early on from this British Norris Lions back line, introducing some risk into the game. High risk, high reward.
Yeah, just down on your side.
Cream of the Northern Hemisphere.
I just want to see a contact
Risky. And speaking of
Here's
cream,
our mark.
that young man, Alan Farrell, has arrived.
Okay, guys,
As a player.
Where we go?
If you're Finn Russell and
Quicker, guys,
Sexton, you probably think, geez, I thought this bloke had
Guys,
retired.
let's go.
He would have he's put some energy into this group now. They'll all be thinking, righto, we've got to play well.
His teammates doing it. Turn it up, fellas.
Well,
You can play the game, Morgs.
well, there's a few favourite players of coaches. You'd call the coach the dad, but this time it's literal. But he does bring experience. It's his 4th Lions tour.
Okay. Just a poor hit. Just a poor hit in and down. Come over to me. Just come over one here,
Same
gentlemen.
as Brian O'Driscoll,
Stay
4
there,
Lions
stay there, don't
tours.
worry, go there. Here's good.
Did
Right, and
you
again,
see that
guys.
top angle there? Tanyella's got
Here, I
to
need
get
both
that
of
left
you
hip in
straight, okay?
straight up.
I see both going
His
and then
first
down.
engagement
Straighten
can't
it
be
up.
heading across and down.
Raptor cam tonight, getting you
Boom!
that additional angle at scrum time.
Just hold there. Stay up.
Tupou dig in here alongside Lambert and Dobbins. They do a good job there. Now the backs get a chance to play. Walton sat down just short of halfway. Wilson, oh, they rush up quick, the Lions. Bowen shuffles it along the line. It's a great stop on for Keddy White out as well. They've lost meters here. New South Wales as Wilson goes in. Finds some forward runners now.
Use it.
Beautifully taken, coming forward by the Lions. Mitchell found Beelam up over halfway as the Lions chant starts to come up a couple of decibels, and now they're a chance down the right. Earl running like a winger. Number 8 with great go forward there. Finn Smith probing. Dropped by Gamble. Mitchell to Lotu. That's a nice shot from Amadasero. Came in and went whack. Oh, Tupou almost made the grab.
Genuine attempt at an intercept. Just
He's
a knock
lost
on.
it forward, and we'll have a line scrum.
Impressed with the pace of this game, Morgs, and importantly, pace off ground. The ground warfare between the hips and the ground is where these games are won.
Hey,
Gamble and
3.
Vanderfleet having a go at each other.
Okay? I want to see you high, and I want
Getting
to see
up
it
off the
stay
ground,
up.
back in the game. Both teams
Here's our
really
mark.
getting
Let's go,
the
Bonnie up.
energy going.
You can see the Waratahs defensively, under no circumstances, want to give the Lions breaks in between the 15s. They're saying, if you want to beat us, you've got to go wide. The Lions are happy to. On the flip side, in attack,
Let's go, guys.
maybe a kick in behind,
Come on,
something to
guys.
arrest this blitz defence that we've seen from the Lions since they've arrived on our shores.
Square.
The orthodox won't be enough for the Waratahs in attack tonight.
Crouch. Bind.
Penalty, Lions.
Going up. Okay. And loose head, elbow down. Up here and loose head, elbow down.
Yeah, well, Tanya, I thought, got a good early position there. Schumann was the one that actually comes up first. It's definitely going to be an area that both teams are going to want dominance in. Daniela here. It's good early position, separates Cowan Dickey's arm from Schumann. It's Schumann that stands up first. Feel hard done by that.
Well, the pictures don't lie, do they, Justin
That's
Harrison?
right. That's right.
The Lions Fine Ryan. And now look to Moore.
Get ready to use.
Mitchell sends it away to Pilotu. Flat at the line, a little no-look. Ball away is a stunner for Jones.
Oh, it's a brilliant piece of tactical change-up from the Lions. So much of the back play has been second man changing the picture, but now they go straight through the front door. Pretty good defensively there at maul time from the Tars.
Yeah.
The Waratahs midfield overread the deception of Sione Tuipulotu, and that's an excellent piece of play. The Scottish combination to the fore.
Well, that's what they do when they play it in the line. Put this team under pressure, put them on the back foot. That's what this British Lions team can do.
Scottish combo delivers the first score at 7-0.
Yeah, really hard to hear you, Bruce.
Well, boys, you can really feel the energy being lifted from the Lions in the last couple of minutes. There was some great energy from the Waratahs. The interesting part about, as you said, Morgs, the ability to look out wide, knowing that the width is coming, the pull pass coming. But straight line, weak shoulder works every time.
Lancaster gives chase. Was that lost forward? It was, and it's a penalty for the Waratahs. Tuipulotu couldn't hang on. Man in front played it, and it's
14, clear
New South
obstruction.
Wales ball in front of Michael
In front of
Hooper.
the jumper.
A super kick-off there. An obstruction there. Getting the Waratahs a penalty in a nice position. Their first real entry into Lions territory. And a really good kick for line, giving them a shot 10 metres out.
It was James Dolan, the assistant referee, helped out Paul Williams there. Mac Hansen blocking and not allowing a fair contest at the ball to the chasing Derby Lancaster.
What can they do with this field position? Dobbins goes to the front. They swing it to Tupou, who rumbled over the top of Mitchell. Here come the Tars through Lambert. Wilson keeps his men bunched. Now short side through Leota, who scored a couple of tries in that part of the field through Super Rugby Pacific in 2025. Stop this time round. 4 out. Tupou does the tidying up there on hands, and it's lost. It's lost by the Tars, kicked away by the Lions, and a touch it goes. New South Wales will have another shot inside the Lions 22.
An interesting interpretation of the offside line here. The front row coming back on side here. Get in between 9 and first receiver. Slow that delivery down. Take pace off ball.
Okay, guys.
Daniela. Get his hand on the ball a few more times. That'll be interesting. It's motivated.
Well, you can see their possession for the Lions. Tars need some of this.
Over the back it goes, and it's taken in by the Lions, and off goes Earl with a thumping run up towards halfway. They want it quick. Mitchell gets it fast. Tuipulotu, through the hands it goes. Kinghorn fitting further out.
Step here.
Smith to Cowan Dickey. Mitchell. Now Smith goes high. He's looking for Burn, giving chase. Burn takes Lancaster, who took it
Yeah, ball stolen.
calmly under pressure. Wilson. Tupou. Stop and go.
Okay, use it.
It's slow now.
Okay, we're
Wilson
done
will
two. We're
likely
done
go
now
to the
two.
boot.
Dead ruck. Okay, use that, please, 9. No.
Fouquetti and Lancaster lead the charge.
Good contest. Play on.
Play on. Hansen. Did that one go forward? No. And it's play on. The Waratahs fans thought it had maybe come forward out of the hand as Smith goes up and makes the tackle.
Okay, ball's
Wilson.
out. Yeah, he's digging it out.
He looks in the direction of Lee Warner. He tips it on here for Gamble. Is it lost? It's play on. Oop, no, there was a little knock on in there, and the Lions rush defence, forces the error.
Yeah, looks like they've changed gear a little. British Irish Lions put some aerial pressure on, get in behind Waratahs, get them to repair.
Here's our mark now.
Got to get some pace back into this game. Get on the front foot.
Okay, binding up.
Be mindful of not spending too much time in their half. It's a fine balance.
Stay down. The contest is here, not up here.
Cannot find a spare seat anywhere in this stadium, and the Lions just found their rhythm in the last few minutes. Defensively, as you mentioned,
Crouch.
Sean, just absolutely obsessed with blitzing that second, third, fourth defender, running the risk on that offside line, and it's working for them.
It's a big shove, and they've got the penalty advantage here as well. Mitchell playing under advantage. He holds it. Tuipulotu, he got away to Smith, who did an awkward job of pulling in the offload. He loses it forward.
Blue tight head, loses the bind,
confidence with
loses shape,
every
not pushing
additional
straight.
touch. We've got a penalty here for the Lions.
Look, the British Irish Lions now enjoying the picture that Paul Williams is seeing. Holding possession, back of scrum, letting it wheel around, putting Daniela Tupou under an enormous amount of pressure. If you're splitting hairs, you'd probably say British Irish Lions front row stood up there pushing up. Daniela is going to have a lot of pressure coming through. These British Irish Lions have looked for scrum dominance in this tour. They're definitely starting to find it now.
We've got Keenan up in the line here. They go to the middle. Player they got
went backwards.
on the boil here. Cowan Dickey. Hanson swings short side. Still there with Cowan Dickey.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage, Lions.
Outside, changing his blind.
Mitchell. Tuipulotu, lovely hands. Smith runs the grubber in behind. No one was chasing. They'll come back for the penalty.
You're on the outside and you're changing. Yeah, you're changing your blind. Your back was facing me, so you're on the outside. 5. Changing blind, getting onto the back man.
So often you see big players swimming through the maul. On that occasion, Cero showed his back to referee Paul Williams and went around the edge.
Changing blind to get around, swim around the sides. 5.
Got to go through the middle, separate.
Cowan Dickey to the front. And again, they go to them all. Cowan Dickey's in there looking to edge it forward. Good counter-mauling here from the Waratahs. Cowan Dickey still going. Isolated, Walton over the top. It spits back for the Lions. Earl getting low with a carry. There for Mitchell now. Mitchell short to Skumar. Gamble looks for the steal. Can't get it. Mitchell with a little flat ball for Van der Fleer. Mitchell, so dangerous from the base of the ruck. Smith, Tuipulotu, well handled by Crichton there. That was a desperate tackle. Had to be made. Still there for the Lions. Cowan Dickey pops it up at the Tars. Defence stays strong. Matt Burke, that'll get the locals up and about.
You just want to have a crack, don't you? When you're playing against the best of the best of Europe, and it's about lifting the energy, it's about understanding. I'm sure Dan McKellar before the game said, this is our test match, as he mentioned. So give it everything you got. It's interesting at the moment, the speed of the game. Both teams are a little bit off in their precision. I'm sure both coaches would like to actually get a little bit better in just the short passing and the accuracy. But at the moment, they are both flying. Both teams are having a crack.
Just a wet underfoot, a couple of really uncharacteristic handling errors from the Lions, in particular through this first quarter.
Good, thank you.
Well, it's a bit dewy down here, so there is a bit of sort of not that grease on the field tonight, even though it's a really clear night here in Sydney. Great crowd, like we've talked about. There's a little bit of dew on the pitch. I thought Charlie Gamble unlucky to get his not get awarded a penalty there. The Waratahs are putting some great pressure on the breakdown right near their try line. I'm loving the line speed they're starting to bring. Good controlled line speed is starting to test the skill set of this Lions team.
Okay, binding up. Binding up.
It's a great point that
Time
Michael
back
Hooper
on.
makes around. Waratahs were very organised in defence and get off the line. We talked about the ambition of the Lions' attack. There's a lot of short passes in that. If you can get up in that pass line, in the line of sight as well of the Tuipulotus, you can start to get a bit of an error rate. That's where the battle is for the Tars at the moment.
Okay. I won't guess. It's just slowly gone down. No, it's just slowly. It's just slowly sunk down. Let's bind up again and go again, please, guys. Quick bind up. Where we are, here's our mark. Oh, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. It's pretty noisy. Okay, bind up, guys. Let's go. Nice and straight. Crouch! Boy! Turn! Hold now!
Instructions well received from referee Paul Williams, and they look to get the outside here through Wilson. Adventurous play from the Waratahs. From deep inside their 22.
Okay, done. Stay there. Use that.
Gamble's there to play scrum half. Lee Warner. Good hands down low. It was a tricky pass to pull in.
Deep pass.
Licks it back. Bowen doesn't get all of that one. It will have a Lions line out inside the Waratahs red zone.
Well, this will fatigue the Waratahs' exit strategy. Effectiveness of getting back down the other end of the field. All sorts of strategy comes into play. It's why you train, it's why you walk through on captain's run. If the ball goes here, what are we going to do? How are we going to exit? Jack Bowen wasn't too sure on that occasion, Morgs.
Yeah, Finley Bealham getting some attention, but shows a difference sometimes around box kicking. If Wilson takes it upon himself there, he's kicking from just inside the 22. You kick it to perhaps your own 40 and you get a 50-50 in the air. Suppose there it looked like Lawson Crichton was the primary kicking option. And then now they've given up. Line out to line, it's pretty much where Wilson would have kicked from.
Guys, come down. On my AR, please. Yep. Okay, time back on.
Cowan Dickey. Good throw there to Cummings. And they peel away. Tuipulotu. Squared up against the Waratahs in Melbourne Rebels colours 6 years back. Doing it now as a British and Irish line are looking good tonight as well. That's Kinghorn.
No, not now, off feet. Good work, leave it now. Good job, yeah, it was good contest.
It's there for Mitchell. Ryan well met. Amadosero flops into the breakdown. Smith. Tuipulotu dummies the pass wide. Waratahs keep making their first up tackles here. Mitchell now with the kick. Chases on, it's the pressure on Crichton, who gets a good kick of his own away. He wanted to find touch here. It's an unkind bounce for the Tars fullback. So now they push up. Bowen leads the charge. Sinclair's there to lend a hand in his final game as a pro rugby player. Cowan Dickey. Ferguson wanted abrasively. Warner throws him down. Cummings.
Yep, first in.
Oh, Charlie Gamble gets in over the top of it, and that little play would have Michael Hooper smiling into ear, the number 7.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? It's always a nice little settler to get one of those if you're a number 7. I didn't get too many this early into the game, but that'll always be nice. Look, I tell you what I'm loving there for Charlie Gamble. You only get jackals if you're good, you get good defence around you. So I think that was Huey Sinclair in his last pro game there tonight, getting a really good chop tackle to get the Lions player onto the ground. That just opens up all sorts of opportunity for jackalers to get into the game. And Charlie, I think, has had some really good, as we see here, influences close to the try line, now down further up the field.
If the Tars were going to cause any trouble to the Lions, Charlie Gamble was always going to have to be right in the middle of it, and so far he's done just that. Even when not winning jackals, he's been good at slowing the ball down, which is important.
Brought down here by Lee Warner. Wilson within 10. Bowen goes in at scrum half. Bowen away from Liotta. Lambert carrying well. Byrne holds him up, and then he's called out of the tackle. Wilson, Liotta tips it on for Dobbins.
Roll out now. Advantage.
Penalty advantage New South Wales. Sinclair.
Slow the ball down.
Cannons the pop all the way.
Still have the advantage.
Unlikely to be much advantage taken here. Bowen 15 metres behind where the penalty will be awarded.
Slow down.
Marks the spot.
Need to find a mark.
What do the Waratahs do here? Do they look to touch?
Yeah, look for touch.
Okay.
Games like this.
You've come through. 8's come
You
through and
don't miss a
played the
chance
9.
To test your forward pack against one of the world's best.
Yeah.
But this is the logical one now. Test your ball, see how it goes. What's your setup like? See the line. Just getting past into Teddy Wilson's challenge. Just that second challenge. Ending up denying Teddy Wilson, the Waratahs number 9, access. Have one crack at the ball. But in future, don't be afraid to take the quick tap. Change it up. Do something different. Put pressure on this line.
The throw's good to the giant Amatosero, looking to feed it back here, and does. Off goes Dobbins. He gets within 2. Here come the Waratahs up against the might of the Lions. Gamble gets it away to Amatosero. Gamble picks and goes. Tupou gets over. Does he get it down? He lays it back. There for Wilson now. They pick and go inside. Penalty advantage, New South Wales. None coming. Paul Williams wants a chat. There it is. There's a
I don't have the number there. It was a pillar defender offside.
Well, this is what
2 red.
a good defensive effort and a
Mate.
Charlie Gamble
Okay.
penalty does
On
for
the
the
line,
team.
guys.
Full of confidence now, full of confidence and energy.
The captain steps up for the tap kick and now shifts. Wilson puts it into the hands here of Lambert. Wilson, Sinclair. 3 out. Dobbins. Held strong in the tackle by Skuman. Gamble. Penalty advantage against the New South Wales. And the Lions might want to keep testing Paul Williams here.
We had the breakdown for infringement, which is a little bit further up. An offside here, and 8 has made contact, and he's swung around the side to be in an offside position and cause disruption. That's the couple now. The next one will go to the bin.
Well, there you go.
Number
Next
8.
infringement at ruck, or
Offside,
next
swinging
infringement
around the
generally.
breakdown.
You go for touch, get them all, try and get a yellow card, try and penalty. Scotty Bowen goes for touch. This is all from pressure and energy from a good defensive effort outside the British Irish Lions 22. Transfers into pressure inside the 22, lifts the capacity, gives this forward pack a chance to have a go.
A great opportunity here for New South Wales. They go to the maul again. Amatosero trying to drag his team with him. Gamble! Charlie Gamble gets it down!
Well, that's exactly what you want, isn't it? Back line have showed some faith, and there's some afters there as well. Amatosero letting a few British Irish Lions players know that he's out there. And that's fine, because he's let them know he's out there a couple of times in defence as well. That man there, we all know he's out there. Charlie Gamble take a bow. A well put together maul They get past the point of pressure there, and from there, no one's stopping Charlie Gamble. Good platform laid. Cero's been a target in that maul. Fergus Lee Warner works hard in front. Charlie Gamble gets the express lane to the try line, Morgs.
Oh, he's been their best in the opening 30 minutes. And he gets the deserved reward, piercing through the middle of that maul.
Time off, we just need to check something. Okay. Richard. Referring to your check, mate.
Yeah, we just need a check for potential obstruction by blue 4 at the setup of the line out.
Okay, looking at potential obstruction, the setup of the line out before the try.
So we're taking a look here at Fergus Lee Warner in a setup. Justin Harrison, talk us through this.
Well, it looks like he does too good a job out front, possibly.
4 blue.
Fergus Lee Warner slides past
front of the
here,
jumper.
back lifter, and then gets in front, puts a body between him and the
Which
ball.
is illegal, which is obstruction. Guys, you've seen the same picture.
This try will be disallowed.
Agree. Obstruction. Okay, mate, we do have a decision. You can come back to us. Okay.
Camera's on you.
It's going to be no try. We've got clear obstruction. 4 blue is in front of the jumper. Just wait here. I'll have a chat, but don't take exception, eh? I'll have a chat, but don't take exception, eh? Just slow that down.
Yes, I'm moving here.
It's
Fergus
going
Lee
to be 15
Warner
in.
gets pressure from behind. Once they're in there, very hard to get out.
Gets clearly in behind the jumper, so it's clear obstruction. Hey, and just while I'm here, just have a word to the boys if we don't need them starting stuff afterwards, okay? Righto.
It was a clear obstruction. TMOs are entitled to reach in
It's over here.
and find clear and
Here we are,
obvious
guys.
reason to disallow tries.
Obstruction.
It would have been so great to share with our international audience the backstory of Charlie Gamble on the way to becoming a Waratah. After going in there, right in Sydney with sub-districts then, Petersham below the Shute Shield Morgs, and he's made every post a winner since coming to Sydney, and it's scrubbed off.
The story's still valid.
Well, it is, but it has a bit more oomph with it when there's a try next to it. Good.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get him across the line for another one, shall we?
Alrighty, here come the lines through Earl. Mitchell. Floating it up for Hansen, who finds it, and he loses it forward there, Mac Hansen. Some really loose handling from the Lions in this first half. Won't be impressing Coach Andy Farrell. That's better hands from the Waratahs. Amateur no issue with the conditions. Tars passes are sticking. Liotta with the in-pass there to Liotta. That's a nice chop shot.
Get out, 8. Yeah, good job.
Coming outside in.
Backwards. Use it.
Wilson
What was out?
scans for options. One's gone backwards. Somehow, there for New South Wales still.
Go, use it.
Sarah fighting for the ground. Ball placement as well, but
You're
now
offside.
the penalty goes against the home team.
Number 4 is offside and he's played a man in the ruck. He can't be there. Number 4 in an offside position, playing the man in the ruck.
Yeah, Fergus Lee Warner hasn't got rights to be involved in that ruck. Far ball. This is the coach killer's possession is just about evened up.
They're just getting more out of their carry with the ball, aren't they? You see, there's almost negative carries from the Tars. Great defensive pressure from the Lions.
Cowan Dickey to the middle. Down to Mitchell. Plays in motion. Hansen is the ball player. He found Jones, who wanted his second. Mitchell wants it quick. New South Wales rush up. Earl gets low. Mitchell's there now.
No hands, Blue.
Can the Tars turn them away again? There's that skip ball for Jones, who gets his second.
Thanks, mate.
No knock on from the 9, that earlier one.
We'll clear it, we'll clear it. Yeah.
Right, it's a lesson
Question about a potential knock-on.
in efficiency in 22.
Okay.
The Lions resisted.
I'll slow this down if you need to.
Could be a knock-on here, Morgs.
The numbers at the line, their options at the line,
one
so
second.
impressive.
Well, they
Nothing
change the
fair and
place of the
obvious
game,
there,
don't they? Morgs set up for an almost a dummy maul off the top for the line out, and then everything's flat at
Pause
the
the shot
line.
clock.
Sinclair wants to look at a knock on at
Pause
the
the shot
base of
clock,
the
thank
ruck.
you.
That's right. Outstanding feet from Hugh Jones.
Righto. Shot clock back on. Try's good.
Try is good. They rush through the conversion, and it's 14-0.
Well, Morgs, you said it about the efficiency inside the 22. Then you talk about just cranking up the intensity. And the interesting part about what the Lions did there, they said, right, let's go. And they went 100 metres. The interesting part we're talking about here also for the Waratahs, and Morgs, you mentioned the negative tackling. There is space on the kick. They need to throw some kind of variation in.
So denied a try moments ago through Charlie Gamble. The Waratahs are now conceding one there for
Carry back in. It's
Hugh
hot,
Jones,
pops
his
out.
second
Stop
of the night. Oh, there's pressure now coming on Cowan Dickey. Hanson's there to help mop up the loose pass.
Use.
Skooma does the grunt work, 6 metres from his try line.
Working it back. Use it.
Mitchell blasts the clearing kick down the direction of Crichton. Bowen. Dropped by Van der Fleer. Lambert, he's carried well in this first half. Lambert rolls over the top there of Ryan. Here's Lancaster down the left. Darby Lancaster, get there, yes!
Happy enough?
Well, that's a great example of the short passing game and exploring small space and turning it into big open space. Waratahs putting the British Irish Lions under pressure on the restart, back on the front foot. He can go from Taniela Tupou, great vision, and from there it's let the ball do the work and then let Darby Lancaster, the beekeeper, finish it. Keeps his leg drive, stays in, all the fundamentals of rugby. Pace on delivery, takes the pace of the game outside the British Irish Lions comfort zone. Excellent try, Darby Lancaster.
So we're looking at Fergus Lee Warner's shot here on Hanson. Can I have a thought, Morgan Turinui?
Not at foul play at this stage.
Well, it doesn't look like foul play to me.
James, can we get a reverse angle, please?
Low
Okay,
danger, chest
field
on.
side. This one here.
Gets first contact,
Mate,
sort of
for me,
ribs.
he's scooping.
Yep.
It's not a shoulder charge. He's trying to clean a player out. Where are you at? Yeah, okay. No foul play. I think most of that contact is going through the body. I don't see it as clear, dangerous play. Both players are very low, and it's a clean out action. And I can see both arms wrapping.
Don't talk each other into this, boys. Call the try and move on.
Okay. Yeah, camera back to me, please, mate. Yeah, okay, thanks, Richard. We don't believe it is foul play. We believe it is a legal clean-out action. We have signed off the try. It is a blue player trying to get back to his feet and score the try, so the try stands.
Yeah, good, Darby. There's a lifetime of memories down the left at the SFS.
And maybe a little message to TMO Richard Kelly to check all the angles before wasting our time.
Conversion hangs wide right, and the score stays 14-5.
We had a great look at Derby Lancaster right in front of us. The try scorer went from disgust one moment to absolute elation a moment later when the try was awarded. And we can see why here. What a great finish by Derby Lancaster.
Geez, he scored some beauties this year for New South Wales. Derby Lancaster, the one-time Wallaby last year under Coach Joe Schmidt. One of the best finishers in the business, and that is about as big as they come, isn't it, Morgs, against the Lions?
Well, it certainly is. It's an event, it's a moment in time for fans and players and staff and anyone connected to the game. Talk about record crowds. Looks to be the biggest crowd ever at the modern Allianz Stadium. And a performance on this pitch tonight is a memory forever.
Down it comes from Cummings. Just over 2 to go in this first half, where the Waratahs are hanging tough against the far more fancied rivals, the Lions. Mitchell inviting runners off his hip. Stolen by the Waratahs. Can they go on the counter? Not through Lambert, who tidies up and drives on strongly.
Tackle now, away, bodies away.
Excellent bit of play there from Lambert. Bowen kicking here for the try scorer, Lancaster. Oh, it's lost by Keenan. It's another handling error from the Lions, and now the Waratahs flick the kick in behind. What do they do with it here? The Lions in the hands of Kinghorn, happy to work it down that right-hand side. He finds the turf. Butman's got a rush. I'll let it run into the in-goal. And they'll have a run with it. Off they go, the Waratahs. Lancaster down the left. Wilson. They're a shot if they can shift it right here. Now it's slow, and Wilson bounces on the left. Goes right. Crichton happy to kick it away. Just over a minute now to go in the first half at Allianz Stadium. The Lions go right up the middle and work it under the post. They need this to sit. Lancaster, a little shimmy and go, tries to get away from Hanston, and then releases the kick to touch, and it's a big gain for the men in red.
What about a change up there? We've seen the Waratahs go multi-phase, just forward carry. That contestable kick got them some pay, but what they need then off the back of that is keep speed in the game. That's when you do pull out the back. Lions are so good at winning the next collision, slowing down the next ruck ball. They were probably unlucky with the gamble jackal in from the side, but gee, they stop momentum against the opposition so well, the Lions.
Van der Fleer, Mitchell sends one wide. Jones. Again, they go flat at the line. Gamble's there looking for the steal. Finn Smith edges into the 22 of the Waratahs. Van der Fleer with in pass there for Earl. Mitchell. Tuipulotu goes back short side. Finds his winger Kinghorn down the left. Earl. Lee Warner and Dobbins make the stop. Dobbins called out of play. Mitchell probing. Mitchell runs in at Tupou, gets his knee down. Tupou's got a release, and now does. Van der Fleer. Schoolman. Can the Waratahs hang on again here? Mitchell. Tuipulotu trying to weave his way through. Mitchell. Schoolman takes it flat. Look for the offload, reeled it back in. Finn Smith, Keenan, Hanson, round the corner. It's there for Cowan-Dickey, he pops up. Kinghorn, the men in blue come from everywhere. They want the turnover, it's there though for New South Wales. They have turned it away. Oh, great defence again from the men in blue. Huge D right on half-time. And they trail, but they trail by just 9. The underdogs are still in the fight in Sydney. All righty, let's soak up some reaction. It's down to Michael Hooper.
Hey, I'm down here with Charlie Gamble. Mate, how have you found that first half? Looks bloody intense.
Yeah, very intense. Obviously, we're at the range to a test match level game. Quality side. As you can hear, I'm buggered, but 40 to go. Drag him in the game, we're going to keep going.
Mate, denied a try, but some really good pressure at the breakdown. How are you finding that?
No, it's good. Our pressing, our D-line is putting them under pressure, isolating the players and giving me a chance on the ball. So,
Mate, get inside, rest up, and rip in the second half. The Tars with a lot of fight left in them.
In 138 countries around the world taking our pictures and words tonight from Sydney. Can the Waratahs keep on keeping on here across the next 40? The punch above their weight so far. And we are moving again in Sydney as the restart goes down in the direction there of Earl.
Okay, use it. Use your feet.
Mitchell taking his time to pull this one back. He sends up a contestable. Mac Hansen giving chase. It's slapped back here. Penalty New South Wales.
Right there.
It's going to be so important. Both teams are going to want to pick up pace of game, come out of the change room. So often one team is caught by surprise. How quickly can you get rhythm back into this game? Give everyone a touch, give them a nice maul to start with. It appears Jack Bowen's kicked for touch. Waratahs will want to spend a lot of time down the other end of the field now. Their exit strategy out of their own half is going to be so important, Morgs.
Yeah, it's a great start, isn't it? The scoreboard too, the management of the scoreboard. If the Tars can score first, it makes it even more of what you mentioned, that almost a wrestle down and ground level. Lions wants that space on the scoreboard to be able to get their game going.
Lee Warner pulls it down.
Nope.
Dobbins is at the back.
No. Now.
And now the backs join the forwards. Walden adds his weight. The Waratahs getting close. They're over through Dobbins. Yes, it is the Waratahs within 4 now of the British and Irish Lions.
Well, the words of Dan McKellar must be ringing in the ears. It had to have been start fast, start well, score first, take it to them. And here's the solution. Maul, drive, backs are in there as well. Tars are over.
Mindset's so important now. This team knows that they can score against one of the best teams on the planet. The challenge for them now is to not be surprised by it, not be ecstatic by it. Move on to next job. Make sure you celebrate the moment, assert your dominance and move on. Get out of your half. Put this British and Irish Lions team under pressure.
Oh, the conversion's a poster. It's not a great shot from Bowen, and it stays 14-10.
Just listening to what you said there, Cook, this restart becomes so important. We've seen over this series so far how important restarts after you score points are. You have to build pressure by getting this restart back and applying more pressure.
The underdogs just won't go away. Trying to do a good job there to take the restart. Bowen
Clearly inside.
slices one to touch, just short of halfway. So it's Morgan Turner and Justin Harrison up top. Sideline, Michael Hooper, you just heard his voice, and Matt Burke as well.
Well, boys, it's about just composure now, isn't it? Michael just mentioned a minute ago about dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and it starts again right now. Pressure is coming from the red jerseys.
Now Dickey goes to the front this time. Beneflea, Mitchell, Finn Smith with options at the line. Good defence from Gamble, who's having a storming game. Smith shuffles it wider out. It's lost by the lines, now regathered by the lines. Mitchell keeps it alive. Tuipulotu fires it wide to Byrne. Kellaway read it and came in and stopped him in his tracks. Skuma. Finn Smith. Mitchell. Got runners coming round the corner. They bid on the outside now. Mitchell trying to do it all himself. He gets it away. That's a lovely pass. On comes Van der Fleer. Is it good? It needs sign off. If it gets denied, it's special.
We'll just check it then. I don't clearly have a grounding. I believe he's lost it.
Tom Lambert just might have saved.
I think he's lost it. So I'm going to restart with a goal line dropout. Yeah. He's knocked it on in goal. So it's going to be a goal line dropout.
Knock down by Tug Byrne?
No. It was straight down.
What an effort from Tom Lambert.
Yeah, there's a thing.
Have a look at this.
Forward. It's been knocked on in goal. Goal line dropout.
Edward Scissorhands. He's coughed it up. What an effort. I tell you, Andy Kellaway, let's talk about that on Tyke Byrne. Outweighed by 30 kilos,
Blue.
stopped him in his tracks. Tom Lambert cuts across inside 22, saves a try. That's the sort of effort that you want to stay in this game.
Mitchell with a little stutter step. Smith kicks it in behind for Hansen. Not sure that was the play, and it's well handled by the Waratahs.
Feet only, we've got a ruck. Yeah, good counter ruck.
Good counter rucking though from the lines, wins the ball back.
Okay, away now, Blue. Yeah, good job, Blue, well done.
Tuipulotu flat again at the line, lost again. And Lambert bounces away from a couple, then charges in the direction of Cummings. Now he flips it to Lee Warner.
Step out. Okay, let's use it. Chaser. Chaser on.
Hansen under pressure. The Waratahs growing in confidence. That was Lancaster, who flew upfield and put down the former Brumby, Mac Hansen.
No, not now. Use it.
Let him run here, guys.
Mitchell sneaks the kick away.
No touch,
Hansen
no
goes
touch.
through.
Play
It's
on.
Scrappy. Tapped back out by Finn Smith, and there's some numbers down the left of the lines. And that's where they head. Kinghorn.
Yeah,
Charge down, play on. Jones with a grubber. And we'll come back for a knock on. I thought it might have been a charge down of the kick. Paul Williams
just
saw
go
it
forward off Blue here.
differently, and it's the Lions who have the scrum feed.
Here we are.
It was kicked into his hands, so that's not a charge down.
Little knock on here, boys. We'll scrum down, Blue.
Unless it was after this. This is a charge down.
Guys.
There's no way in the world
Jump off.
that's a knock on. Is there something here anywhere?
Sorry.
No,
Okay,
The answer's no.
emphatically no. These Brisbane lines, now we're getting into the crux of
Not a clear
47
charge
minute
down there.
fatigue is going to start to introduce itself into the game. Paul Williams has said it's...
What a
Okay,
clear
guys.
charge down.
Yeah.
Like, where's your mate Richard Kelly,
Okay, water
Sean?
off. We'll pop
Fix a
time back
howler.
on.
Stop refereeing the expected result. Start refereeing the game.
Okay, guys.
So you're saying it was a charge
I'm
down?
going to jump over here. All right, guys,
Yes,
wind up.
Sean. I'm saying it was a charge down.
Winding up.
I was too.
I did too, as did Hoops.
Okay. Well, that's no surprise from two Waratahs legends sideline.
Yeah, cameraman there was signalling he's doing star jumps down here, so he did.
Eli on camera 3 saying the same thing.
Everyone saw it.
Wouldn't if it was an All Black jersey, Eli.
Crouch! Boyd! Okay. We just need to restart our standards, reset our standards. We're both leaning in. Here we are, please, men. I'm really trying. Yeah, I'll go as loud as I can. Here we are. Quick bind up. Hold our space and balance.
That's an important part of the game. You can't introduce confidence in this area for the British and Irish Lions. Taniela Tupou. Dobbins have got to get this moving forward and stable.
Crouch! Bind!
Mitchell goes with a free kick. Tuipulotu again flat at the line. And again, New South Wales are able to pick off the Lions runners.
It was all general play, guys. There's nothing for them.
Burn. Mitchell charged down. Oh, it's lost. That's a knock on, and it's Lions ball.
Charge down and then a knock on.
Charge down now, and then a knock on.
Guys.
I tell you what, Tuipulotu, such an impressive footballer. Anything good.
There was nothing for him there, Alex. Yeah.
Nice little change up from Mitchell. We've seen a bit more kicking from the Lions.
Really wait. The ball wasn't
but Johnny Tuipulotu, so much of what's been good about the Lions in attack has come from him. He's got the full portfolio of options. He just seems to choose really well. Such an impressive footballer.
Should have put a bit of red into
the wait for that ball, guys.
That's the difference. He's a completely different human being.
Probably should have picked him a bit more.
Wow.
Quick start, time off.
Looks like Mahet Vailanu is coming on.
Focus us on space and balance again.
As a Waratah. So to
free kick for early weight.
Captain Sinclair.
Okay, guys, winding up. We'll put time back on.
A good shift. Well done. The star power of this British and Irish Lions squad. They're just introducing rock stars all across the field.
Time back on now.
Such a good outfit. Every single player world class in their position. Daunting task when you're thinking about it, being a Waratah player at the moment.
Fine.
Now more than ever, isn't it? 50 minutes gone.
Hold.
Mitchell goes short side, gives it away early. Now they go over the top, Kinghorn. He's rolled into the turf by Kellaway. Vanderfleet met by Gamble. Charlie Gamble up against the one-time World Rugby Player of the Year, and he's holding his own. Gamble at the moment. I'm going to do some more defending here. Mitchell.
Always back.
Plays on. Smith. There are numbers down the right. Hansen rubbers it in behind Kellaway to let it run dead in goal. And there are options here for New South Wales.
This Waratahs team are under a huge amount of pressure, but geez, I've been impressed by their connection as 5 international players come off the bench for the British and Irish Lions. Be a real challenge now to match this injection of energy. Geez, they've been good in defence. Morgs on drift in defence. British and Irish Lions have had to go over or long to get around them. Takes a bit of pace off the ball, allows them to stay in the game. And Kellaway's drifting very well.
They'll be filthy at themselves for the one they let through the middle early, because that's where they've been great.
You got them.
We mentioned the density of defence between the 15s.
Guys, it was kicked through by Red.
And then the desperation out wide to cope with it. Now, can they do it for another 30?
Finn Smith goes skyward.
Good contest.
Crichton does a great job there of shielding it back. Liotta. Plenty of red jerseys out there waiting for the Giants. Great row, and now they counter-ruck the Lions. Earl looks short side, goes open. Good hands away for the mountain.
Roll 5.
McCarthy.
Good job.
Byrne. Sinclair makes the stop. That one's gone forward. And the Waratahs again shut down the Lions in their red zone.
What number, mate?
I'll tell you, he's putting some back-to-back efforts together and making a difference on impact.
5 blue. Just need to check for an HIA.
About to be checked for HIA. Miles.
5.
Amateur Cero.
I just need to get him
Got to
off
say,
an
it's the
HIA.
most active
HIA
physical
5.
game I've seen him have all year. He's been outstanding in his double efforts.
I don't believe so.
You said to me pre-game you wanted to see it,
We're going
didn't
to
you,
have a scrum
Justin
here
Harrison?
for blue. It's a loose
Big
carry.
him and takes up a lot of space. But we know now in this world of rugby union, that's not enough. You can't just show up. You've got to put yourself in harm's way. That man has done it and some for the Waratah jersey tonight.
It was knocked on by red at the scrum blue. Okay, guys,
So
let's
just
get
to
water
recap,
off,
the
please.
Lions led 14-0 before the try to Lancaster in the
We'll put
35th
time
minute,
on when
and
we
then
get bound
Dobbins
up, so
early
we
in
don't
his
waste
second
it.
half to leave us
Okay,
at
guys, let's go.
14-10. Jones has both tries for the Lions.
Nice moment for Matt Phillip. Come on.
Contest up here, guys.
His first cap for the Waratahs, having been here, what, 10 years ago?
Okay, time goes on.
Academy system.
Manly as a junior, then City Union,
Crouch.
before going to the Rebels and then offshore.
Excellent. So
Five.
his dad presenting with his jersey during the week too, very emotional.
Free kick
Yeah,
Waratahs,
too much.
so now they can clear their 22. And they're just starting
Too
to
much.
believe with 29 to go, down by 4, the men in blue.
Let's hold that space to
Created one
balance.
of the upsets of the year, downing the Chiefs here. Oh, they play it on. Not sure that was in the playbook. And Tania Latupo,
It was never tapped either.
last
Yeah,
one
that's correct.
to touch.
Yeah, so it's a scrum.
Oh,
No.
what's Jack Bowen
So
done here?
Hugh. Yeah, if he advances forward with the ball, if he advances forward with the ball, he's got to kick it. He can't pass it. It's an incorrect play of the ball, so it's a scrum.
Let's go.
And this is the quintessential schoolboy era.
I just saw a lot coming through. Yeah,
Yeah, Jack
I
Bowen
think
takes a
it's
step
bit
to
better.
prepare
Here
himself,
we are, guys.
and then he has to commit once he starts moving. Lions well within their rights to encroach on 10 and put pressure. The toughest of schools out here.
Tired in front row, Bushhurst Lions.
Fine.
Big weight from the Waratahs, but it's come through illegally.
Angle,
And it's a Lions penalty. Centre field,
tight head, angle.
15 out.
Must clearly go forward first. Sorry.
Williams there, he's got a laser sharp lens on the angle of Tania Latupo.
Yep.
I love this for Tania Latupo. He's got to find a solution. He's got to solve this area of perception that he's
Yep. But he's
struggling with Paul Williams, hasn't he? He's got to fight now through fatigue as well.
He's got to show a response.
The Waratahs centre lines back. Initially, Sheehan's at the tail. Mitchell goes short side. Mitchell dummies and cuts open the defence to make it a 9-point lead.
Oh, it's a brilliant piece of play from the Lions, collectively with a change in picture, sweeping down the blind side, but also individually from that man, Alex Mitchell. He's just started to take the reins a bit more, especially around the ruck. Watch them swing left. Vince Smith goes with Van der Merwe. And then that motion out wide puts stress on the Tars. And Mitchell, he profits from it.
Well, it puts stress on the task because they've introduced fresh mass, Sheehan, Gims, Furlong. Set up a maul. Every single Waratah forward needs to commit. Puts you under pressure. That's going to open up space somewhere.
20 seconds.
Alex Mitchell's been endeavourous all night. Clever play. It's the power of the British and Irish Lions squad.
Vince Smith drills through the conversion and they lead by 11. The
It's that compounding of errors from the Waratahs there, and that's just purely pressure from the British and Irish Lions. But Mitchell, just a heads-up play, looking to go left-hand side. He's been playing outstanding tonight. He is certainly leading this team around at number 9.
Their first try in 20 minutes. But they're over, and they're in front by 11 now. The British and Irish Lions. Mitchell.
Okay. Use it.
Puts it back and pumps it downfield for the chasing Mac Hansen. Just happy to let the Tars take that one and make the stop. Wilson. Lambert gets it away. Edmed lost by Lee Warner.
Nothing there, guys. Okay.
And we'll have a line scrum.
Let's go. Easy, easy, easy.
That's that. Got to get the ball back moving forward. Some little short tip plays introducing some risk into the game. Clever behind for Tane Edward. The Fergus Warner not able to hold it. It's that is press defence, consistent press defence from British Irish Lions. Been impressive. One right across the edge of field and moving up together, connected. Force the skill. Get in the eye line.
Crouch. Bind.
Mitchell with a penalty advantage here for the Lions. Tuipulotu just says, I'll do it myself. He gets well up over the advantage line. No ball playing on that occasion from the hard-running centre. They get it wide now to another Scotsman in the form of Van der Merwe.
No hands. Ruck.
In the 20 jersey after the shuffle of players pre-game. There's not a whole lot doing through the centre of the field, and now they string the passes together. Van der Fleer keeping it alive. Gamble's there looking for the turnover. Gamble wins it clean for the Waratahs.
Clear lifting action.
Excellent play from Charlie Gamble. He's been positioning himself all through this second half. Waratahs go quickly and haven't found touch.
Some of the decision-making of this last little stretch a little off from the Waratahs, and just inviting the Lions to come back with ball in hand.
Tackle now. No hands.
That's what they do, up towards halfway.
Yeah, we had a ruck. Quick ruck before it.
Mitchell blasts the kick for the base of the ruck. Over the top. The bounce is good. Is it a 50-22? Yes. That is brilliant.
Well, great awareness of where he was on the field. He's had a good 20 minutes, Alex Mitchell. Knows exactly where he is, puts his head down and executes almost a closed skill because he knew exactly what he was trying to do. Tars can't just soak pressure, try and rope-a-dope and counter-punch off it. Can't afford to give possession to this Lions team.
Sheehan, the captain of the Lions last week, wraps round. Hansen. Mitchell. Earl. Pumps his side forward. Mitchell. Is this one play on? They reach out and score it. It's Genju goes in.
We'll slow it down, but I
it
think
might need a review.
Yeah, I think on-field decisions, right?
Yeah, it might be a questionable placement of ball here. Paul Williams has already said on-field decision is try.
Time off. Yeah, okay.
We need to check the grounding, Paul.
Checking the grounding?
Yes.
Okay. Going official. On-field decision is try.
One more time.
Just need to make sure there's no clear knock on there. Yeah, I see what you're saying, okay. You can go ahead with your decision, just wait.
Yeah, Paul,
just 1 second.
the ball has been lost forward and in goal, so it's going to be goal line dropout.
So, mate, is that in the field of play or across the goal line?
It's across the goal line. Goal line
Across
drop
the
out.
goal line. Okay. No try. It's knocked on. It's going to be a goal line dropout. Just wait. It's going to be a goal line dropout, guys.
Scramble defence from this Waratahs outfit.
Goal line dropout.
Ominous. Though this rejuvenated Lions team with a raft of changes have introduced energy and intent.
Hey, Blue. Can we just...
Gens stopped
thanks,
by
mate.
Fergus Lee Warner. Teddy Wilson gets his hands in amongst the put down. Well done. Desperation pays off there. Hugh Sinclair leaving the field now.
Okay,
what a
sideline, are we good?
wonderful professional
Okay,
career
thank you.
he has had.
Time back on.
Selfless in his approach. Team man first. Congratulations, Hugh Sinclair. Wonderful, wonderful knock.
Stay in. Hold.
Pass is sticking now. Down the left they come. Trying to move a wide out. Gamble loses it forward. It'll be play on here. Marcus Smith with a pickup. And now the crossfield kick pass. Looking for Hansen. Hansen takes it. Cuts infield. Here come the lines through Earl.
What's that? Guys, he's actually in touch.
22. Just
I just missed the
outside
call.
the 22. Yeah.
He's in touch.
Took that long to put his flag up.
Yeah, it's quite loud. I just missed the call from IR.
Defence from Lawson Crichton.
Stop, 7 red.
This Lions team is stretching the balls. Fatigue is starting to show for this Waratahs side.
Time back on.
Yes, so the onslaught will continue. Vanderfleer has ceded his place to Jack Morgan, man of the match in the previous game against the Reds. You see off the 2022 World Rugby Player of the Year, and their best performed player of the tour comes on.
Yep, fair contest.
Brilliantly done with the tidy up there by the Waratahs. Kellaway goes in and sends it off. Got it to Phillip. Morgan
Use it.
works his way to contact and makes the stop. Well, this one, fine touch. Knows the answer. Back comes Vanderbilt. Upright with a carry, and he was a sitting shot there for Botha. Mitchell. Marcus Smith. Jack Morgan looks to twist his way into the Allianz turf.
That's good.
Smith over the top.
Over the top. Not really
To
forward.
his English teammate Earl. Mitchell. Marcus Smith with a flat ball. Again, the
Go, stay
Waratahs
out
along
now,
the
Nick.
defence well. Smith deeper now. Kingway over to Mac Hansen. Mac Hansen at pace. Well rounded up by Lancaster. Penalty Derby Lancaster. Got all over Hansen. And he's another Waratah having a knock.
Outstanding play. Drift, connect, connection, and then personal effort. Derby Lancaster, the beekeeper. British Norris Lions team having to search for space by going over the top. Buys Derby Lancaster some time, but that is an outright foot race.
You need to give our international audience some context.
The
Beekeeper, why?
one of the finest beekeeping, honey-producing families in the mid-north coast, up near the region of Kempsey. You come across some
19, is it?
Lancaster
19,
honey, you're in the right place.
Straight up.
Let me tell you.
So we're good to go?
The Harrison family pantry is full of it.
Okay,
I'm
here he
sure.
comes. Time's still off.
Overnight delivery, yes please.
We're just getting this player off
That's
the
what they've
field.
been trying to do, hasn't the Warriors? We've been talking
Okay.
about it. Dense
Now
in
we
the
can go.
middle, make the
Go on,
lines
mate,
go to that width, and then go hard at that breakdown when they can.
Picked off by the Lions. Well, there are countless opportunities with ball in hand and with field position and have been struggling to ice them. There's another example. Lost forward. It's hard to believe this is the same squad that put 54 on the Force and 52 on Queensland.
Sean Maloney, there's a lot of time left in this game, but absolutely the Waratahs are putting this Lions team under pressure at breakdown. You get the most opportunity to disturb the roll or pace of the game between hips and ground rucks. Over 100 average rucks a game. Waratahs making it messy for them, Wolves.
Yeah, third match in 8 days, of course, for the Lions. They've got a few more to go. Chopping and changing. How much training do you get? Lots of guys out there. We mentioned Jack Morgan. He's come off the bench. Probably battered and bruised from Wednesday night. That's the challenge of being a British and Irish Lion on tour. They've done so many good things, but a huge amount of possession. But the Waratahs have found a way to hang on.
Too much weight in.
There you go.
Hold your space and balance.
New front row. Need to show Paul Williams that they're willing to listen as well. Good point you raised, Morgs. Now you're going to get players in the Lions squad that are exposed to multiple short turnarounds.
Former Prime Minister John Howard alongside Rugby Australia CEO Phil Waugh. Very popular with the Allianz Stadium crowd to see the great man.
Had one of the best court sessions known to man with that.
Ken Scullivy at the Lions.
Ken Scullivy.
Oh no, it's lost my gamble. It's gone backwards. Wow, okay. Edmed. Gamble with a pickup. That's lost by a Lions player. That went forth and the Lions did it.
I've got a knock on.
Hang on. Charlie Gamble's asking the question.
Guys, I've got a knock on at this stage. If there's something else there, then we'll get it. Yeah, knock down on there. We're just having we've got to scrum at this stage, okay?
Someone else's knock on.
Okay, we'll wind up. You don't need to say it again. I understand what you're saying.
Hugh Jones.
Here we are, guys.
Wow.
Guys, here we are. Hey, I don't need you here for a scrum, okay?
Hang on. Hang on.
Task the thing, they put their hands on their heads. Hands on heads.
Hang on.
They might think it didn't go forward.
Wow. Bring a bit of juice here.
Go again.
I've seen a replay of a ball clearly going backwards off red. So give it to blue ball in last position.
Guys, come in. It's going to be a blue scrum. Yeah. We've got the picture wrong. There's no clear knock on. Yeah, I know. Here's our mark. Blue ball.
They got there. Yeah. They got there.
Winding up.
It wasn't a cut and dried one for Paul Williams. That's what the TMO's there for.
Another ball stoppage.
Stars probably like it.
Probably.
Mind getting some oxygen back in.
Crouch.
Lions are the ones now that want pace in the game, especially with Marcus Smith on the field.
Can they bring it back to a one-score game?
Stay up.
Centre field, 25 out, penalty lines.
Tight head, needing ground under pressure.
He's going to need to chase his feet and stay powerful in a very uncomfortable position. Just loses knee on ground and then loses bind. Feet go out underneath him. Exactly what Genge is wanting.
Numbers. 6.
Here's Tuipulotu, who's been one of his side's best tonight. Another good little burst of energy. Earl now. Mitchell hooks one over the top.
Yep.
Tap back by Kellaway to Leota, who was going to wind up. Wilson. Edmed stands and delivers for Crichton. Gamble
Backwards.
sends it back.
All back.
Tidies up well in the end.
Okay, use it. All good, play on.
Picked up by the Waratahs. Off goes Wilson. He toes it in behind. Lancaster's there. Oh, it beats everyone a touch. And it's Lions ball, but the Tars are throwing shots deep into this contest.
It's not coherent attacking structure and magic shapes and deception.
Oh, there you guys.
They're just giving everything of themselves to every action. They're hustling, they're chasing. You wanted it on the ground, you want a bit of warfare on the ground, Justin Harrison, you got it.
It's all about rolling his sleeves up and effort now in amongst all the skill and technique and strategy. Both teams are going to have a go now.
Clearly back 10, please. Clearly back 10. Okay, let's have it again.
Sheehan to the front. Waratahs are going to work some bodies through them all.
Still moving.
The line's patient. Now they send it away. Some tired legs for the Tars. And there's a heap of space down the left. Vandermeer. Look at the hustle from Kellaway. Mitchell finds Genge. Penalty, New South Wales.
First infringement, holding on, and then he gets pulled off
Walton
his feet.
pops up and offers a little chat of his own.
Holding on.
Walton might be unstructured, Morgs, but there's some structure and intent from Joey Walton and Andy Kellaway. Effort on effort gets rewarded. Joey Walton's been in everything uncomfortable.
Ben, we're going to keep moving.
Head over the ball a lot tonight. And he enjoys it too.
Pardon me?
Really?
No, not for cramp.
Just meeting the challenge at all times, aren't they? And if you look to the future of the Tars, now's not the time, but effort and attitude, there's a lot Dan McKellar can do with that.
They go over the back. Oh, it's read well by the Lions. It was Morgan. Wednesday night's man of the match, who leapt up and brought it down. This has got plenty on it. Back is Lancaster. And they just settle it and tap it down and go with the goal line dropout. Looks at Kellaway and says, what did you want me to do?
Yeah, such a smart kick up the middle of the field sometimes. Waratahs were guarding the sidelines, and Smith, look what happens now. Waratahs have to kick the ball back to this Lions team. Fine grass.
Edmed gets a chunk of that one. Sends it long up over halfway. Back comes Earl. He's been good tonight for the Lions. Mitchell switches up play. So dangerous. Jones takes the in pass. Marcus Smith, it's a good read. Oh, Lancaster almost got it in. It's a little touch there, Oh, it's gone forward from the Lions here, and it's New South Wales ball. Michael Hooper, who are the Tars looking to here to try and give themselves a shot inside the final 10.
I think Teddy Wilson's been really important, really smart, as we just see the knock on there from the Lions. Look like a one to Lions, one to Waratahs. But Teddy Wilson's little kick over the top, well, it wasn't the best kick. It was chased really well, but that type of thing, just changing up the picture for the Lions, it's going to confuse them, going to get their head spinning a bit.
No, we're going to continue.
See Ben Earl.
We're going to continue, guys. Okay, let's wind up.
Fence. He's cramping
Here we are.
up.
I'll put time back on.
What this Lions squad has to go
by
through.
red, then by blue. Scrum down. Blue ball.
Saw John Howard up in the stands. His modern-day counterpart, Anthony Albanese, and the Fijian Prime Minister, Siveni Rambuka, expected to be at the Wallabies versus Fiji match tomorrow in Newcastle. More international rugby to bring to you.
Nothing like a major international sporting event to bring the politicians out of the woodwork. Just quietly.
Fine.
Have happy to have him with us.
Absolutely.
Might get a Wallaby jersey with elbow on the back of it.
Now the scrum energy's lifting from the Lions.
Backing down under pressure.
One in, boys, one in.
All backing down under pressure, their whole front row.
Well, to give it context, Barrett and both are absolute rookies at a Super Rugby level, and then they're up against men who have got 32, 71 and 85 test matches amongst them across the front row of the Lions. There's going to be disparity good.
Yeah, there's going to be disparity, and this is what you want to see out of these games. You see a learning curve, shared experience for that front row now is how to repair.
Well, this time last year, Jack Barrett's backing down at Nagle Park in Maroubra in first Colts for Ramley, under 20s.
Right, they're cheering in Lightning Ridge. Here come the Lions. It's fastball now for Morgan. Looking out to the try that he scored on Wednesday night. Byrne. Oh, it's another brave bit of defence. Is it gamble again? It is. He will never forget he's not against the Lions.
Galloway does well in here too to provide another body. Great pressure relief for the Waratahs. Hunting there in the background. Look at him.
Come down, guys.
Galloway straight over it.
Yeah, I'll get him for you. Numbers.
Gamble, hands on ball.
Just see that little bit of space, a little bit of daylight. He's in perfect position over the ball.
Now goes Grant. Grant rushes the pass away. Look out, he got the Lions rushing up, wide out. Grant. Edmund looping around now. O'Donnell. It's a good charge. McDonald.
Easy. Knock off.
And just an awkward boot. Makes it a tricky pass for Jack Grant. It's Lions ball.
Knock off.
What have you made of Charlie Gamble, the guy in your jersey, Michael Hooper?
It's no one's jersey, mate. It's the number 7 Waratah jersey, and he's doing a bloody great job at it at the moment. I just think he's been so accurate over the ball tonight. There's obviously been some really good defence happening around him, but his entry into the breakdown's been fast, it's been accurate on the ball, and he's just locked it down so quick. He's making himself an immovable object on there. So for every young 7, particularly New South Wales young 7 out there, really good look at good technique, good entry, and then staying strong in his position over the ball.
Mine! 10! Got the advantage.
Nelly Vanish. Here comes Hanson. He gets whacked.
Far side.
Back
Blue.
for the penalty.
Well, this will give you some idea of the power that this team have got available to them. Again, absolutely marching forward.
It's on the 15.
Staying straight, staying disciplined. Giving his team an opportunity to attack off a scrum.
I wonder if Justin Harrison, as this tour goes on, we'll see more of this. Scrum to penalty, line out, kick to the corner, maul. We've seen that high passing game from the Lions early, but is this going to be what they go to as the big important matches come?
Keep an eye on Sheehan here. Lone try scorer coming around, and
Now they haven't gone off the line though, mate. There we go now.
getting a hand on the back here.
Still moving.
This will secure the match for the Lions. They'll make it a margin too big to get past. Genji's in there. Is he held up? Williams goes digging.
Thank you.
Nice, Genji. Good try, boy. Love it, Genji.
They're claiming it.
Head up, Genji.
Will Genji get the trials tonight earlier?
Just go time off.
We're going upstairs to find out.
Okay, I'm going to come to you, mate. My on-field decision's going to be tried. Just need to make sure nothing's happened there in the lead-up. So have a quick look. Okay, on-field decision is try. Just making sure I haven't missed anything there when he's grounding the ball. So when the bodies get up, I clearly see that the red player is on top of the ball. It's over the line. Just making sure there's no bobble or knock on there, mate.
Okay, on-field decision try. I'm going to show you the setup of the line-out as well, because number 8 is in front of the jumper.
Right. So this will be a disallowed try as well for an obstruction.
So you're going to focus on 8 red, the back lifter.
Yeah, we're looking at 8 red. Okay. Yeah, so that's obstruction as well, isn't it?
That's
Similar
correct.
to 1 by blue in the first half.
Correct.
Okay. Come on, guys. Camera back to me, please, mate.
Tough one, eh? They probably didn't need that.
Yeah.
Once you're in that position.
So we were checking the grounding, but what we've seen at the mall with the setup, we've got a clear obstruction by red 8, so it's going to be a penalty here to blue. No try, obstruction at the mall.
Close quarter defensive, a line-out wall.
Come.
You lift the may or may not intentionally do that action to get in between ball and defence. Once you're in there, very hard to get out. Once you're in that washing machine of human strength.
Just
across there.
Yeah, early in 8 there, just denying any blue jerseys access to the man with the ball.
Hansen, the Lions win back. The line out. Hansen stays alive on the plate. The Tars are back in possession. Can they get something going late
21.
here for their fans in Sydney? Vandermeer. Penalty.
I thought you said stop play. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Just wait for the mark.
Chase
21.
in front there, I think. Yes, there's a
Clearly advancing in front of the kick here.
Well, to give this Waratahs performance some context, it's worth remembering that they finished 8th in Super Rugby Pacific. They were drilled in their final Super Rugby Pacific game. As we hear the groan from the crowd here, the kick to touch has gone dead in goal. So to keep the Lions to 21 with a few to go, Justin Harrison, it has been a stunning turnaround.
Just back. Okay.
Yeah, it's commendable. They've been good in all the foundations of the game. The scrum's definitely under some pressure, but line out, discipline in defence, strategy to get out of half. They rightfully put this Lions team under some pressure. It may or may not have been a foregone conclusion whether there's a winner or loss coming to the Waratahs, but the points difference is something that they've done well to maintain.
Yeah, you could fully have expected them to maybe fade away at the back end. But it's not been about rugby, it's been about effort and attitude and pride.
Oh, that's not a great ball from Grant. It's well tidied up in the end, though. Wide out by Crichton, and then it's lost. Smith looks to get away from Adamson. Adamson over the ball.
Yeah, first man.
They do a good job. That'll be playing the ball on the ground there against the Tars. Is it? No, it's play on. It's anything goes at the moment.
No advantage, guys. It's knocked on by blue.
And we'll come back for a scrum.
Yeah, it was anything goes there.
Back on this side.
Aaron Smith back from Japan, the All Black great, watching on with interest.
Mark's over here.
Sneaking down Adelaide for that AUNZ match.
Geez, that team's building nicely now. It's got a real glow about it.
Probably give him better seats if they want to get him down to Adelaide. Just quietly, looks like he's in economy class.
Come down.
Get up to your rarefied air, Morgs. VIP status.
So a reminder that we've got the Wallabies up against Fiji tomorrow from Newcastle on Stan Sport, your home of rugby, and then Wednesday night we've got the Lions taking on the Brumbies down in Canberra. That'll be ice cold in the nation's capital. Just an enormous 6 weeks here on Stan Sport.
Boy!
Ben White into the action.
Still staying straight. Use the ball.
White goes away with it. Can the Tars defend? One more attacking raid from the Lions. Vandermeer looks to get to the outside. Crichton puts him down. Earl tips it on. They want it quick. They get a fast loss and drilled there. Who was that? Both are going in. Both went bang. Oh, yes, please. And they go quick. Kellaway, Edmed, bounce passing right out. Tidied up. The wheels have completely come off the contest. The full-time siren goes. And if it stays, no, we will have one final scrum.
No, I thought they stayed in it fairly well. And then we had
two centres at the line and used deception to get out the back to width, and the Lions do it as good as anyone in the world.
We've got a scrum.
Waratahs team scrambled and
Okay,
got
guys,
back
quick
hard.
wind up.
Adamson put his body on the line, and
There we go.
they got the turnover. With a bit of a look at both are coming at him. One thing they didn't want was one last scrum.
Waratahs?
Yeah.
Could have gone without.
Save again, boys, unreal, let's go. Hey, big work here.
Crouch.
A gripping contest.
Mine.
Waratahs become the first home province to score a try in the second half against the Lions as well.
Easy, boys, easy up, easy up.
Dobbins back in the 42nd minute.
Just come over. Come over here. We're all, the turf's ripped up there. Come over. Right, boys. Feet up, feet up. It's soft here, so feet up, please. Here we are.
Can't hit and hold against a team like the Lions. You've got to find a position and get through it in scrum.
Three tries, plays
Crouch.
two.
Mine.
Free
Don't
kick.
pull up.
Lions ball. Hansen stands and throws over the top. Kinghorn keeps it alive. Right out. Vandermeer. Again grasped beautifully. Down low there was Adamson. They're in a touch. The Waratahs won't win, but they'll celebrate like they have. They've held the Lions to just 3 tries while scoring 2 of their own. And they have won back plenty of fans in Sydney. The British and Irish Lions march on. They are still unbeaten in Australia. The full-time score here at Allianz Stadium, 21 points to 10.
It's another win for the British and Irish Lions on Australian soil in 2025. But if you want to sum up the Waratahs' performance, look at a snapshot of the last play. Sky blue jerseys desperate not to concede a try with the match already won by the Lions' Justin Harrison.
Yeah, it's commendable effort from the Waratahs, outstanding in fact about all the things that don't require skill. Get up off the ground, get in the game, make yourself difficult to deal with. Charlie Gamble, take a bow. You've had an outstanding game. 1 through 15 have put in. You've come off the bench and made yourself known to a star-studded Lions outfit. If you're a Wallaby player who's thinking about Test 1, you've had a look at what you need to do effort-wise, put together strategy and a gold jersey around you for sure. But that's the sort of effort that's going to take to upset this outstanding Lions touring squad.
And if you're a New South Wales supporter amongst this 40+ thousand, you've got a reason to come back and watch this team next year.
To put it in context, the last time the Lions came to town, they beat the Waratahs 47-17, and that was a stacked Tars team. Previous to that, they were way too good for the Tars back in 01, 41-24. Somehow the 2025 version have held them to just 21. Let's get some reaction sideline.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Well, I'm with Alex Mitchell here, the man of the match. Outstanding game, Alex. It was tough out there. The Waratahs pressured you. How did you feel your side performed out there tonight?
Yeah, like you said, it was a tough game. To fair to the Tars, they came after the breakdown. They came after the air and made the game scrappy. Yeah, we struggled in that part of the game. They made it a decent game, and yeah, we needed to find a way. I mean, we got the win in the end, but it was yeah, still a lot to work on.
third win of the tour. Where does that place you leading into a test match in a couple of weeks' time?
Yeah, we're pretty happy. Obviously short turnarounds, every 2 or 3 days, but it's no, we're enjoying it, enjoying the Australia culture and everything, and yeah, we're building, we're getting better, we're growing as a group, so at the moment we're in a really good place, but there's definitely more to come.
How do you find that cohesion in amongst the 4 nations coming together at the moment in that Lions squad?
Yeah, it's definitely getting there. I think it's just time on the training field and meetings, trying to get different things, because everyone sees the game differently and plays the game differently, so yeah, it takes time, but we're getting there. A few things clicked today, but again, we're a bit off on certain things, so yeah, a couple of things to sharpen up, and we'll be ready to go on Wednesday next week.
Your performance tonight, you got the try down this end of the field there, but it was control from you. You seem to enjoy your role out there today.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, it was a greasy ball, a tough game to play in, but yeah, we've got to find a way. Sometimes you've just got to turn them, put the ball back on them, and try and find rewards out of that. So I think we did that at parts. Obviously, we didn't do as well as we wanted at times as well. So yeah, we're building, loving it here, loving the tour, so plenty more to come.
Alex, you are the Qatar Airways player of the match. I'd just like to invite Nick to come across and give you your medal.
Geez, he can play, this bloke. His service from the base of the ruck tonight pretty much kept his side in the fight, Morgs, and then that try that he scored was a real beauty.
Yeah, control is the word. He accelerated play when he could, and we mentioned how good the Tars were at disrupting the flow of ball. He controlled things well in trying conditions.
Okay, let's flick it back down to Matt Burke, who has the Lions captain with him.
Thanks, Shawnee. Tyburn, congratulations on the victory. 3 from 3 now on this Australian leg of the tour. We just had a chat then. It was scrappy out there. How did you find that in the end?
Yeah, it was. We had a lot of drop balls, a lot of turnovers. You know, the ball was a bit slippy out there, and you know, it was a bit frustrating from our end in terms of not being very clinical, and you know, that kind of cohesiveness that we're looking for wasn't probably there. So that's probably the most frustrating part. But you know, our line-out went well, our scrum went well, our set piece was good today, which is a step up. But we'll certainly be looking back on that with a lot of missed opportunities. But credit to Waratahs, they put up a serious fight today, and you know, put us through our paces.
In terms of that physicality, was that test match-esque, so to speak?
Yeah, look, it was very physical, and you know, we probably lacked the physicality a bit in the game at times, and that's something that we're definitely going to have to look at and step up going into the next few weeks.
Well, as I mentioned, congratulations on game number 3 win. We look forward to seeing you in the very near future.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers.
Sione Tuipulotu continues his tour of Australia, reacquainting himself with some old friends, Morgs and Good.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure that it's a nice trip down memory lane in a different coloured jersey, albeit with a different intent, beating Australia rather than playing for them.
And he's been good, hasn't he? One of the best tonight, one of the most consistent in the 3 matches we've seen over the last 8 days from these British and Irish Lions. And what's been great too is the intent from both teams in every match to have a chat after the game, change jerseys. What a memento for all of the provincial players in Australia to end up with a Lions jersey, but also Lions players to collect a set of what's on offer here in Australia.
All right, for the final time in what has been a terrific career, Matt Burke has Waratahs captain Hugh Sinclair.
Yeah, thanks, Shawnee. That's right, Hughie. Commiserations on tonight. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you played so well against a touring team. What did you make of your performance of your Waratahs boys tonight?
Super proud. Super proud. You know, the Aussie media had a crack at us thinking we were going to beat by 90 or 50 or 60, and we showed them. I wouldn't mind a bit of positivity from a bit of them for the next couple of weeks to be nice, but yeah, look, we showed up, the boys showed up, and we just asked for effort the whole game. Obviously it was scrappy. It was a bit of a Lions would be disappointed with that, but you know, we showed they're beatable. They're 15 blokes on a field, put some pressure on, and yeah, things can happen.
Well, that pressure came from yourself, but also one of your colleagues, Charlie Gamble, tonight had an outstanding game. How did you rate his performance?
Yeah, it was awesome. We asked him to get on ball, and you know, it was great to see it. Wouldn't mind seeing him in the Wallaby squad when they rename it next week. I think he deserves to be there.
Now, what about your final performance in Sky Blue to start with? How is that emotionally for you? You've got one of your little juniors down here at the moment. Family is obviously in the crowd. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, cloud nine. It's an awesome way to finish. So, the crowd tonight was amazing. I wish I was good enough to play more test matches because that was a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, it was awesome, and I can't thank family enough and the crowd, and yeah. I just love putting on this jersey, and it was awesome to do it against the Lions one last time.
What about, I just asked Ty Byrne before about a test match sort of experience. I know you haven't played there, but the level intensity was through the roof tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great fun. They're the games you want to play. Like, as I said, I wasn't good enough to get a test match jersey, and to be able to have this experience and a bit of a taste of it was just awesome. And hopefully the boys that have learned from this, the younger boys, and they can take that into the next. And then hopefully a few of the boys are in the gold jersey in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, congratulations on an incredible night tonight and also an incredible career. Huey, well done, buddy.
Thanks, Greg.
Good stuff, mate.
One Waratahs legend, two another. What an effort, what a career. And that man, Hugh Sinclair. Okay. That's a wrap from Allianz Stadium, where it is the British and Irish Lions who have prevailed against the